Yeah, they looked at his speed to first base, and it's, as far as a 40 goes, it's very comparable to Tyreek Hill, which is insane that somebody that big can move that fast. The arm strength, obviously, the fastest infield throw, most velocity in baseball this year. He already has the Pirates' personal high or team high in exit velocity off the bat. So all these new things that measure how athletic you play the game, he's at the top of the chart. So, yeah, I want to watch this guy play. I want to see him eventually. Now I'm guessing teams are going to figure out how to pitch to him. They're going to try to think of a scouting report and way to get him out. How is he going to react to that? You know, how is he going to react to his first throwing error at shortstop when he makes a couple mistakes over there, which is almost inevitable based on what his minor league resume looks like. But you see somebody like that and you think, man, if he can put it together and grow into his body, and when the game slows down, once he gets used to the big leagues to match that great raw talent, you know, you've got a chance to have one of the best players in Major League Baseball. So that's why Pirates fans are thrilled to see this guy, because he's a unicorn, one-of-a-kind player right now, and you want to see a building block player that you can eventually, with the guys that are coming up from AA and AAA, build around.
Now, we know exactly what we're getting with O'Neal Cruz as far as the talent is concerned, but we're seeing a huge swath of younger guys get opportunities. Bly Madris came up the same day as Cruz, and Bly Madris is making a pretty crazy impact. Now, granted, Madris, 26 years old, not really a prospect by any stretch, just a guy who was overperforming so well in AAA. They had to give him a shot and see how he can do, and he's treading water since he's gotten here. But my question to you, we're seeing so many younger players coming up through this system, getting opportunities to play here. Do you like the timing of this happening with all these younger guys getting the opportunity to come in, not just Cruz, but other players getting chances? Jack Sawinski, for instance, getting the chance to come in and play and showing what they can do with this team.
Yeah, if they had taken 3 out of 4 from the Cubs and they did it with some of the guys that are journeyman players at the beginning of the year, I don't think it would have gotten on anybody's radar here locally, other than, like I said, the super obsessed Pirates fans who are loyal to the hilt and are going to watch their games no matter what. So who they're doing it with, and where they're at in their career and what's to come, and the potential of what's to come, I think is appealing right now. Yeah, like if you're going to make that run eventually, if you're going to go back to what you were from 13 to 15, not only do you have to find big time prospects and hit on those guys like O'Neal Cruz and Henry Davis and Livero Peguero and those guys, but you also got to find players like Sawinski, maybe Madris, that are diamond in the rough guys who no one projected to be. I mean, Josh Harrison wasn't supposed to be an all-star.
Right.
He was a guy that got thrown into a trade. Jordy Mercer was a mid-round pick. He wasn't supposed to eventually become an everyday shortstop. So part of turning into a playoff contending team is not only hitting on your big prospects, but also finding guys, developing guys in your minor league system who weren't drafted to turn into everyday players, Josh.
You mentioned maybe them winning with some of the younger guys and not the journeymen. Bobby on Twitter has a good question. He says, what do the Pirates do when all the injured veterans get healthy? Your thoughts on that one?
They don't play them. That's what I would do. I mean, what are those guys, unless their young players are so exhausted, which I wouldn't really understand, trying to, burn them into the ground. I don't run them into the ground. I don't anticipate that. Now, you can't play Kevin Newman over O'Neal Cruz, even though he might be a better defensive shortstop.
I would agree with that.
If you've got Sawinski, Reynolds, and Madris all hitting the ball, you can't play Gamble over them in the outfield. If they had a young guy at first base that was swinging a hot bat, I would say keep the guy there, but they don't right now. So, no, I think youth needs to be served for the Pirates. Anytime a guy gets called up and hits, he's got to stay in the lineup.
I've had this theory for a couple of years now that to win in the current game, you need really two elements. I call it kids and pitching. The kids aspect of it is you got to have homegrown talent that you're bringing up through your system and you're developing, and they're moving into positions as young players and growing and becoming better. And then you find the pitching by any means necessary. It seems like the first half of it is starting to happen for the Pirates. You're hoping the pitching aspect catches up to it, and then that's when you start seeing the big returns. 412-575-2600 on the Borders and Borders hotline. We're going to take a break. We're going to talk football when we come back, and we'll take your phone calls. Stick around.